Hi. Now we are going to see the second toolpath in the high-speed roughing. It's called the area roughing. Uh, Earlier I have told you area roughing is used only for the hard material machining. Uh, the difference between the OptiRough and this area rough, only thing is it will take care of first pass entry and exit, and when there is a sharp corner and the transition will be smooth, and so this tool path is only meant for machining very hard material, and lead in lead out also will be taken care here when there is a sharp turn, and it will take care of your tool safety. So from one depth to next depth moving in the transition also, this tool path will take care. So these are the things this area roughing tool path will taking care when compared to the other area. So in steep area, it will add additional cuts. Some of these are the new things are taken care in this toolpath. So we will see. So now I'll keep the stock 0, uh, and so I am not taking any thing here. Now I'll select the boundary. It's look like almost all the things are similar to the previous roughing toolpath, and small changes only it is there. So the tool I just select. So you can give the parameter whatever is needed. So we are not so cutting method. So we can say here add cuts. When there is a steep area, additional it will add the cuts. So we can modify this minimum step down, and you can modify this step down. Now it is reading the default. Okay. So when there is a steep area, it will add the additional cuts. So this maximum and minimum is calculated based on this limit. So here 1.6 I am keeping. Here you can see the sharp turning on the corners. So, so minimum radius, profile, profile clearance, profile tolerance. Additionally, here corner roundings added in order to save the tool at the sudden turn. Step out percentage is 45 degree. How you want the motion, whether it's equiidal or transition, either profile ramping or helical ramping. If you want a depth, you can add it. So the parameter is similar to the previous thing, and we are switching on the coolant. Okay. Now you can see that how this toolpath is generating. So I think we have not selected the surface yet. I'll select these surfaces. So these are the area I need to machine. So regenerate. There are huge retractions are there. So so I'll just check the parameters. So here I'll change to minimum vertical retract and output feed moves. So I'll give above part 4 mm. Okay, then again regenerate. So this tool path is very good when you are machining the hard material. It will take care of your tool while machining the job. So we can able to see the difference between the previous tool path cutting method and this area roughing tool path cutting method. Okay. So now you can see about the parameters. So you can see here, you can read the parameters, definitions, add cuts. You can see. So it will add the additional cut in the shallow area and profile. So it will add the additional cuts at the shallow areas. So profile step over also similar. It does the automatically. Next, you can read about the corner rounding also. So it replaces the sharp corners by providing the arc and so, so because of this corner rounding, your tool is safe and there is a sudden change at the sharp corner. Just go through that, you will be very clear on those things. So this is the rough surface area, rough toolpath. If you want a stock, means after roughing stock, you can add that stock value here. So I just force operation I selected. So now we'll see the rough stock. So this so here a smooth transition and the sharp corner all will be taken care by this toolpath. So next I go for a stock and rest material. So one operation I select the previous one. So you can select all operation also, but it will takes little time. How much stock you have kept in the previous roughing, the same has to be keep. The remaining I have not changed in the parameters. So if you want, you can select the smaller tool because it's a rest area machining. So step down you can modify it. You can make it less. So these toolpaths are little intelligent. So I have given 1.6 around the last time, but now you can see that it is automatically changes according to the tool diameter. So once I change there, automatically it changes in all other areas. Okay. So I'll check the coolant. It's already on. Okay. So we'll see that yes, this is the. So it has machined only the place where the material left out, all four corners. So on the bottom and the center of the uh, job it has machined. Okay. Now we can go. We can select this top and you can machine only this how it is cutting. The rest machining we can see it here. This is the rest machining in the area of rest machining. Okay, so we have seen area rough and the difference between the area rough and the other tool path means previous tool path is so here step down always less because you are machining hard material. Shallow area you are adding additional cuts. Profile and shallow area it adds the additional cuts. So automatically the corner so at a sudden change in the direction automatically it adds the some radius. Motion is always crocodile motion. Remaining things are similar to the so this area of tool path is only for the hard material machining. If you machine the hard material in the normal way, so there may be chances the tool may break or the end may get a burn. So this tool path will reduce the all the options of tool breakage and smooth transition. So this is about the area of press machining. Thank you.